Hello guys, welcome to the special thank you Q&A for my 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, welcome. I thought I'd start the video, we at this screen here, just to pay, well, not to pay attention, just to draw attention to the fact that we've got a new background. Who cares about that stupid background? Right. What we want to do is we want to go to the video that we are... Here it is. My thank you. Because that's where all the questions are. We don't want to hear... Hello, guys. No, shut up. Welcome. Right. Look at all these comments. Thank you, anyway. Thank you for all these comments. I know most of you... It was nearly like a month ago, was it? Something like that. 3 weeks ago, according to YouTube. So what I thought I would do is I decided that I would go through each one of these questions and just give a little answer. Do you think? Yeah, that sounds good. So, White Mage Jones. Hello, White Mage Jones. He says, Dear Hexam, we have to thank you for all the lols and giggles you give us. You're an awesome Let's Player with cool humour and passion. Smiley face. There we go. Now my question is, which Let's Plays give you the motivation to do Let's Plays? Which are your mentors? It's actually straight off the bat, quite a good and interesting question. I can also answer it. The very first Let's Play I ever watched was by this man here, by Kikoskia. And if you want to pay him a visit, and if you do so, we'll let him know who sent you his way. Yes, his way. His things on my channel, so it's easy for you to find. But his Let's Play of Stonekeep was the very first Let's Play I ever did play. If we can find it. Oh, I tell you what, we can use technology to just type it in. How about that? There we go. Stonekeep, there. See? Stonekeep videos, brilliant. And I watched the whole thing through, and I didn't even subscribe to him throughout the whole thing. I just sort of watched them, and actually, because most of his stuff is pretty funny, I subscribed to him in the end. I always try to be... Whenever I subscribe to someone, I always do it because I really am interested in what they do. And of the few people that I've unsubscribed to, it's mainly because they haven't continued to do... So they've basically said, we're not going to do this anymore. In which case I thought, well, you're not going to bring me any more new content, then you know, that's it, basically. There's no point. Anyway, that's a sidetrack. That's a side point. Well, I'll get back. No, I'll finish it. As you can tell, also, there's another thing about me is that I think I have like 1,001 thoughts, and sometimes I'm very incoherent, and trying to get them all out at the same time. I can only speak at a certain speed and process them all at a certain speed as well. Anyway, so this is Kiko. So he was the main man who sort of introduced me, but I started to do my Let's Plays basically because of that, because of Kiko and his Let's Plays, and he's got loads of great ones. But then I came across other Let's Plays once I started to Let's Play, and one of the guys, well, actually, I think am I subscribed? Yeah, I'm subscribed to Variax, who actually I'll talk to you about Todd in a minute. Oh, Variax is not on Todd's. Okay, wait. Ice has stuff. Good old Ice Hair. He's got a one to Variax. Yeah. So anyway, because I was doing Morrowind, when I started uploading, I also wanted to see who was doing Morrowind Let's Plays. And Variax had a very popular interactive Let's Play, which you'll be able to see. And Variax is sort of in the middle of a community, is like a hub of a whole sort of Let's Playing community, and through that I actually came across a few people who I get on quite well with. Ice Hair stuff, good old Ice Hair. He's a good gamer and he does lots of YouTube stuff. As you can see, we are friends. There, CC. And so this is a guy that I get along with quite well. But I suppose in terms of mentors, goes back to your question about which are your mentors. I don't really feel like I do have a mentor. There's no one who's really given me advice or even promoted me when I was small. I think, to be honest, I get along well with a handful of people, YouTube, like people who also produce videos, if that's what you're getting at. But I think the bulk of my support comes from my subscribers, and particularly to loyal subscribers. And actually, I'll get to that subject in a little while. But because there's a few subscribers who I know it's not. Well, I suppose it is fair, because some of the subscribers have been with me for a long time, and I always recognise them when they comment. But in terms of a mentor, I don't really have or had a mentor, but I do get along well with Ice Hair, and this is My Name Is Not Lily, and if you haven't checked him out already, I don't know what's wrong with you. You should check him out. I think at the moment his video production is slowed down to a near stop, but he's got a lot of stuff going on personally in his life. Well, I mean that's his business really. He talks about it anyway, so you can go and watch his videos. But he's got some brilliant stuff, and he's always very supportive of the community, and he's always helpful. In fact, I know that I said I found Ice Hair through Variax, but I think I found My Name Is Not Lily through Variax, and then I found Ice Hair through My Name Is Not Lily. Yeah, confusing. But you should check out his stuff, and if you are super lazy and can't be bothered to check out stuff because he's got thousands of videos, you should check out, well, from my personal recommendation, his Neverwinter Nights Let's Play, because it is just superb. It's the best one by a mile, by several miles, by country miles, by Great British miles. Yeah, it's just check it out anyway. So, coming back, I hope that answers your question, and I hope I haven't spent too long talking about it. So, but let's move on. Are you a brony? What the hell's a brony? Let's check what a brony is. Oh, don't be something ridiculous. The name typically given to the male viewers / fans, whether they are straight, gay, bisexual, etc., of My Little Pony show or front. What the hell? And everyone seems to be talking about My Little Pony. No. It's not that I don't like My Little Pony, I just never got into it, really. It wasn't ever a big thing. I remember when I was young, I found a My Little Pony in the dirt once. Doesn't really count me as a brony though, sorry about that. Well, unless you don't care. But thanks Balmora man. He's been with me for a while actually. So hi there. And what was this in response to? Oh, apparently I hate your usernames, you silly people. What a re-re-roll. You know I'm really bad at reading. Okay, am I an ent? From this same lovely person? No, surprisingly, I am not an ent. Pink Dog 166. Hello, Pink Dog. Nice to hear from you again. And thank you very much for the congratulations. And I'm so happy actually that I've got about 130 more subscribers than than when I first put this video up. I'm so pleased about that. And YouTuber, or how do you pronounce it? It's YouTuber, something like that, because it's a J, but it's German, isn't it? And even more, thank you. And Pink Dog says, of course. Lovely. Nice little conversation there. Right, let's go to page 2. From Marcin Pasek, 94. Please don't say that you were born in 1994. It makes me sound like I'm an ancient old man. I'm only 27. So that's not that old, unless you're like 16, which case I'm ancient. I'm not. I play computer games. I'm but a boy. But I think you deserve much more. You are an awesome Let's Player. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And the Mandan1100, your Let's Plays are awesome. I especially enjoy your Skyrim videos. Very well deserved. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Thunder Thor enthusiastically claps. Woo! I love you. I love you and your Let's Plays. You should do a Terraria Let's Play with me. Big smiley face. Congratulations. You deserve every single subscriber. Question: what is your gaming background? And I want full details. I'm now going to rewatch your Skyrim and Morrowind Let's Plays. I'll see you in a week when you reach 10,000 subscribers, and a sort of smiley face. I do want to know something. People put this on and I don't know quite what it means. Is it a mustache or what? What is it? This symbol here. Do you see it? It's like a colon and a 3. Or is it like a ha-ha? Is that the emoticon for ha-ha? I just, whenever I see it, I assume that that's what it is. In my head, that noise plays. Anyway, so thank you very much. In terms of me doing a Let's Play, I would love to do a Let's Play with subscribers. That sounds like a great idea. The only thing that... the only thing is that at the moment, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a bit maxed out with Let's Plays, and I'm in the middle of doing some other projects. I know that, I don't know if you remember, for you who have got great memories, I put up the YouTuber Spotlight thing, and I'm actually I'm involved with other YouTubers at the moment doing that. But I'm just having a little bit of a nightmare with it. So all my video producing and recording time is completely... in fact, I'm pinching time from time that I shouldn't be doing. Yeah. So if I get settled, then I'd love to do something with subscribers, because that sounds great. And to my gaming background, to be honest, when I didn't really was not too much into gaming when I was younger. At some point when I was small, maybe around about, I don't know, I must have been in primary school, which is, I don't know what the American version is for anyone cares, but it's for little kids, so up until about 10 years old is primary school. And I think I got, my family bought, because we weren't like, I didn't grow up super rich or anything, so my family bought a Master System, and I had like inbuilt games, and Sonic the Hedgehog was my first sort of computer game, and we were really into that. But it was about the time when the Mega Drive was coming out, so the Master System was getting sold off cheap, and I had to sort of hide the fact that I had a Master System when everyone had a Mega Drive. And everyone sort of, because people would make fun of you if you've got a Master System. Well, I've got a Mega Drive. So, and then after that, it wasn't really, later on, when I was about 14, 15, we got a PlayStation 1, but that wasn't really for me, it was my brothers who got that, and they had Tomb Raider 3 was the game that came with it, and there were some other ones, like Cool Borders, but like, who cares about Cool Borders? Tomb Raider 3 was the big thing. But at around about when I was 12, we got a PC, but we didn't really play many games on it. I got a few games. One was Siberia. It was like a really old computer though. Siberia made by Interplay, and I thought it was the bee's knees because it's my first PC game. But it was like if I went back to it years ago, it's awful, horrible. But it was like a pre-packed bulk thing. And then my brothers downloaded. Oh no, they didn't because we didn't have the internet at the time. We somehow got a Nintendo emulator and ROMs for Pokemon, and we were mad for Pokemon. So we used to play Pokemon on our PC. And what else? Well, I don't know. At some point, me and my brother sort of got into computer games a little bit more. My younger brother, he was more into PlayStation, so he was like well into all that stuff. But my other brother, he was into more the stuff I was into, like RPGs and all that. And we bought Neverwinter Nights when that came out, when it first came out. And it was actually, after we bought Neverwinter Nights, it was about the same time that Morrowind came out, I think. And a friend of mine recommended that I play it, and he lent me his game, and I thought, well, it couldn't have been what he says it is. And then it was amazing. 'Cause it blew my mind actually. I couldn't believe that the game was so wide and so open-ended and so explorative and so non-linear, because the other games I was sort of playing were quite like that. I played, I don't know really, what was it? The Legacy of Kain series, I love that, and I don't know really, sort of like that. And then I got into the Elder Scrolls series, and when Oblivion came out, I played Oblivion, and I was really into Guild Wars as well. That was another thing, I was really into Guild Wars. So yeah, that's the story. I think I'll move on. So from Zach Smack, or is it Zach Smack? I think it's probably Zach Smack 51. Congrats, and yes, I'm with Thunder. You do a let's play, but you choose some subs to do the let's play with. My question: so I think that means how was your high school career? Was it good or did it suck? Well, I suppose talking about my high school career. So in the UK we don't really have high school. We've got primary school, secondary school, and secondary school is really is about 11 to 16, and then beyond 16, then you go on to do sixth form. Sixth form's when you do your 16 to 18, and then you've got university after that. You can also do vocational, where you go at 16 you go into college, and you study a specialist subject, generally a trade, but sometimes it's not. It could be sort of like lower level, lower level professional work. And what I mean by that is the professional work that doesn't pay so well. So things like I don't know, a nurse, for example. So it's professional work, but it doesn't pay as well as a doctor, for example. Anyway, so my high school career, was a secondary school career, pretty good, really. I was a smart kid, got good grades. Probably could have done better if I tried harder. When I went to school, I think what the problem was is the school that I went wasn't like the best school in the world. It was a good school, but it's sort of like, I think the catchment area, because basically where you live is where the kids go, and the catchment area wasn't that sort of great. So there was a lot of kids who didn't really care. And when I first went, I was always trying my hardest, but when I got a little bit older, I sort of lost the spark for learning, or the drive for learning, and that, I don't know. I suppose that sort of upset that sort of thing. It wasn't bad. I didn't do terribly. I mean, I still got like much better grades than most people. But and I had lots of friends at school. and it was great. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go back to school because I don't want to go back to that sort of being young and having to go through all of that messing around and no. But it was good. So basically, yes, and I did well at school, but I could have done better. Mr. Biker 1968 says, "Well done, thank you." Balmoraman says, "Bro hoof," presumably in relation to the Bronies. Oh, I think that's the bro hoof symbol. I see. Right. Okay, so Zypher77, you, sir, have some of the most entertaining Let's Plays. I'm a big fan, and my question is, how long do you see yourself continuing to do this? Hopefully a long time. Big smiley face. This is a good question. It's also a question that I sort of ask about other people, in my mind, that is, not sort of to them, other Let's Plays. To me, I want to do this for as long as I can. There's no reason why I wouldn't do it. I can't think of anything really why I wouldn't. It's I really enjoy it, and there's nothing that. Well, to be, I mean, let me lay something out for you, just so you all know. I really think that it's amazing in this day and age that you can actually make money doing stuff like this. And if I said that wasn't some sort of secret hope that eventually I would be able to do something like that, then I would be lying to myself. Because I look at some. I mean, right? I'll tell you something, okay? One of my friends from school is Total Biscuit, and he is one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. And sort of look at him and see what he's done and think, you know what? I know him. I know where he came from. We went to school together. We used to play Magic the Gathering in the library together, and although I mean, don't let me mislead you. It's not like now we're best buddies. So you know, like with everything in life, we sort of moved on, and you know, I had a quick chat with him over Facebook a few months ago, and he's moved now to America, and seems like life's going all right for him. He's telling me about his brother, little brother, and sister, etc., and it's all. Well, it seems all good, but you know, when you grow up and you sort of like move on in life, then you're not really always best buds or anything. And I didn't really even raise this channel, but the reason I'm talking about him, about Total Biscuit, is because I think that if you can, well, I mean, there's lots of things involved with becoming a big channel, but I would love to get a big channel, because if I could make this a job, or even just if it could make enough money for it to be viable for me to, like, say, spend a day in a week doing it properly, then, I mean, obviously that would increase the quality of my videos and increase the quantity, I suppose, and I could also get better equipment and all sorts of stuff that would make it all better. So really, I hope to do it for a long time, and if I continue to grow, I mean 1,000. I know I'm like getting excited about 1,000, but when you compare it to like proper full-on channels, 1,000 is nothing. They get 1,000 in a day, or at the least in a week. It took me how long? About I don't know, 14 months, something like that. 14, 15 months from when I first started to Let's Play. But to be honest, I'm not producing like the most amazing content in the world. I know I really appreciate everything that everybody says about how great, and I really appreciate that you appreciate it. But I think, well, that I think I've got to do more. I think, and if I don't suppose my growth or my success has anything to do with how long I'll do it for. But, well, that's my question. I want to do it for as long as I can. And I hope to keep doing it. And if I can eventually, at some point, I don't know, monetize it even just a little bit. I'm not greedy. That's the other. I'm not. Some people go onto YouTube with the intent of making money. I went onto YouTube with the intent. Well, with no intent. It was just because I saw Kiko's stuff, and then I thought, hey, do you know what? I really like the idea of that, so that's what I decided to do. And I just had this. I had a compulsion to do it. I just wanted to do it. I had felt this need to do it, and so I did it. Anyway. Let's move on. So, Panda Peace, or Panda's Peace, says, lol, I love you. And the Let's Plays, especially the Skyrim ones. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Cheese Rocks 99 says, I want to ask you where you're from. Your accent has always puzzled me. You deserve 10,000 subs. Thanks very much. Yeah, okay, lots of people ask me about the accent. And it throws me every time. People are like, your accent. Somebody thought that I was an American pretending to be British, which is weird. Let me tell you something about accents, particularly British accents. Most people who are not British don't know that there's not one or two British accents. In the UK, there are literally hundreds of accents, and if you're good and you if you understand British accents, you can tell where a person come from basically within a few miles if you're really good. And it's a little bit of a joke, and I think the problem is in other areas of the world I suppose it's like genetics. Where the source of something is, you generally tend to have a higher variance until there's a spread. So, for example, in the UK, you've had English there for a very, very long time, and because it's been there for a long time, there's been this given chance for local dialects and well, it's not quite dialects, but accents. But where I come from, let me explain. Let's go to a map, shall we? Google Maps. So, I'm not from the US. So, this is my region here. This is the northeast of England. And this is where I grew up. More specifically, sort of this region where I'm circling. This is sort of Durham-y, Newcastle-y. This is the northeast. It's quite a... It's strange. All around here is just like sparse villages, mountains and stuff. And then there's a little bit of civilization here. It's not the most well-off area of the UK. If you want money, you got to come down here. See this money all here. But where I come from, which is sort of like this area, is people don't speak like how I speak, but I can't deny my my heritage, because people say that there's a twang of where I come from, and I do have a northern accent, and I think people who aren't from this region of my local area can't really tell the difference between, like, so there's a very famous accent in Newcastle. This is Newcastle here, called Geordie, and you might have heard of Geordie. I'll type it in, I'll show you. Geordie. And let me try a Geordie accent. Oh, what does this fella say? Let's see if he can do a good Geordie accent. I'd be shocked if he can. It's a difficult one to pull off.
Buy it on DVD.
Oh, no one wants adverts. No.
Legal team.
We need people who think on their feet.
We don't want to listen to adverts. I'm not playing that. You're not seeing the advert, sorry. But how will we know? Right. Yeah, so... And in the region, there's people... So people have said... oh, here we go. Come on, mister.
I'm Gareth Jameson. I'm an actor and a voice coach, and I teach people how to make changes to their voice.
Well, at least you're British, so you've got a better chance of being a... Come on, let's do your Geordie accent. I want to hear it. Whoa.
The key to doing any accent is to identify the specific sounds that only occur in that accent and identify it as different from other sounds.
Okay.
So, if you're doing the Geordie accent, and first of all I should point out that by Geordie here, I'm going to mean a very general northeast of England accent.
Oh, rubbish!
So Geordie means very specifically Newcastle.
Yes.
For others it means the whole of Tyneside or Tyne-and-Wear.
Yes.
This is just a general picture. We'll only do a few features, so this should cover most of that northeast of England area.
Oh no! Please don't
The first
do.
sound we're going to look
There's
at,
nothing worse.
I find the most important is the
At least
A
you
sound,
right.
the
Let me
A
just
in
point.
A.
Let me point something out. Yes, what this man just said here is that there's a very regional Geordie accent, and then there's like an even larger sort of. But the thing is that it sort of moves. There's like you can tell because people from Sunderland have sort of a Mackem accent there, sort of, and then people from down here they've got a bit more of a more southern twang. Well, northeastern southern. Until they get down to Yorkshire, where then they speak like, "Ew, there, go to pub." Veriax is an example. This man, he is from Yorkshire. He speaks with a Yorkshire accent. I'm from around this area, and I speak with not the accent that they speak with. And I'm going to get to that why that is the case in a minute. A Geordie accent. And let's see if we can play one.
8 and lane. This becomes more like ear. It's almost like two sounds.
Yeah.
Ear.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Ear. Here.
Here.
Eat.
Eat.
So that 8 becomes eat.
Eat.
Listen to this phrase. I went down the lane today.
I went down the lane today. I gone down the pub and have a pint with me mates.
I went down the lane today. So that's lane. Lane is lane.
Lane.
Today is today.
And also in Geordie land, they've got words, different words for things. So home is not home, it's hem. And go is not go, it's gan. And town is not town, it's tune. And what else? There's all. Didn't is didn't. And I don't know is a didn't nah. There's all kinds of things. But this, like he said, well, you get the point. But, so I've got that heritage. However, at some point in my life, I lived here. You see this? This is where I used to live, in the south of France. And I got along quite well with most of my friends were French, and I got on quite well with my French friends, and it was good. But there were some people there, British expats, who I also met up with a little bit, who lived in the sort of surrounding areas. We just sort of met them, and that was nice. But they, I don't know. I don't know. I think the thing is when you, I don't know. But living in France changed my accent, and so now I've got this weird hybrid thing where I speak how I do, and I've got the northern twang of this region, coupled with the strange sort of French thing that I've got from round here. The thing is, though, in this region of France, because like in any sort of European country, the accents vary wildly, and in France it's no different, and they've got a really, really strong accent down in this area. And I mean, one example is when I first went, I knew a little bit of French already, obviously. And I went and I asked for a baguette, and I said, "Une baguette, s'il vous plaît." And the woman looked at me, and she didn't know what I was talking about. And so I said it again, and then I sort of pointed at this time, and she said, "Ah, una baguette." And it's because they've got this sort of very strong, almost, well, this Latin vibe, because the southern half of France is more sort of Latin, and the northern is a bit more Germanic. I mean, it's not strictly that way, but it's the sense. And apart from this part of France here, which is more Celtic, and they're very strong in their Celtic origins. In fact, they want to separate from the rest of France and become a separate region. They call themselves Bretons. And I went on holiday once there, and there was graffiti all on the walls saying Breton toujours, français jamais, which basically translates as Breton forever, French never. Anyway, so I hope that answers your question, my friend. I hope it answers your question, everybody else's questions. It's a melange of accents, so that's why I speak the way I do. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, hey, so Mr. Red Justice says, "Hey, congrats on the 1,000 subs. Hoping to get here myself one day." Oh, really? Well, we'll check out your channel, won't we, in a second. Anyways, my question is about your Let's Plays. I just started doing a series of Let's Plays, and I've tried to add music credits, movie starts, and whatnot, but I never seem to get any views or subscribers to join me in my adventures. So my question to you would, can you give me any few pointers on what I can do to make it better or more enjoyable for other people to watch? Please check out my channel. Let's have a look at Mr. Red Justice and see what he's up to. What? Oh. You don't have any uploads. You must be on another channel. This is a bunch of videos. I don't know what's going on there with my friend, but I'll answer your question. I can't see your uploads, I'm very sorry about that. But I'll answer your question nonetheless. And you ask what you can do. Well, right. When I first started doing Let's Plays, before I'd done Let's Plays, I'd made some tutorial videos, and so I already had managed to scrounge together, or attract, I should say. I managed to attract about 9, something like that, about 10 subscribers, which is not very much, but I really appreciate the subscribers that I had. In fact, when I started to get subscribers, I didn't really understand what was happening, what the point of subscribers was. I was just uploading to YouTube. I was very naive with the whole YouTube thing at that point. But the thing is that just kept putting them out. I think for a long time I had very, very few subscribers, and I think it took me a long time to even get to 100 subscribers. It took me a long time, and basically I just kept putting them out there. I don't really know any secret tricks or anything like that. I think persistence is the main thing. I think engaging with people as well and thanking them. I used to thank people every time they subscribed to me, so that they knew that I appreciated it. And then about the time when I started to do Skyrim, my subscribers just exploded. I think obviously because Skyrim's a very popular thing, and I just literally couldn't keep up with all the things. I think now it's back down to a sort of level where I could probably keep up with it, but I'm so busy with all these other projects, like I've been talking before about, that I just simply cannot keep up with like doing answering comments and doing these projects that I'm trying to do as well. But a few pointers. If I could have seen your videos, then I probably would have given you a little bit of advice about maybe what you're doing that I find as a viewer something that turns me off or turns me on to a particular series. I think one thing is that people try to be funny. I never tried to be funny. I'm stupid sometimes, but I don't sit there thinking, right, I've got to get in like 10 jokes here or make a joke here. If a joke comes to mind, then I make the joke. If I do something stupid, then I'll point out how ridiculous the situation is. And for some reason, people find that, some people anyway, find it funny. But I think, so, I suppose my advice would be to be natural. Just be as natural as you can be. And maybe another thing is, when I first started doing Let's Plays, I was very sort of shy and withdrawn. And what I found is that if you just let your entire personality out, if you just become more, even you become a more extrovert version of yourself, maybe not too much, just a little bit more, because you need to entertain a little bit. That's the thing. You don't put if you want people to watch them, people will watch it because they're coming for entertainment. So you need to at least entertain them in some way. And so sitting there saying, "Hello, I am going to do a let's play of this game. It is going to be awesome." Yeah. Sort of, after a while, can really get somebody down and turn people off. I mean, like I said, I don't know what your YouTube videos are like, but there's something like that. That might be something you need to sort of work on. One thing I should say is that maybe I'm particularly blessed because I think that there's some people find my accent nice to listen to. Some people hate it. I know that because they've told me. But lots and lots and lots of people keep telling me how nice they find my accent. And maybe it's because they find it exotic, or because it's not. Well, it is a little bit. But I think people generally find British accents nicer to listen to than, say, I don't know, like a Southern American accent, which I don't like listening to. And there's some accents that I can't stand listening to. Broad Cockney accent. Yeah, I ain't governor. Yeah, I governor. Cup of tea, apples and pears. The people down there, no doubt, are lovely people. But when they start droning on in their accent, makes me want to chew my fingers off. And yeah. So basically, my response to you is just try, and like I said, accent is a subjective thing because different people listen to accents differently and think that and weigh them up, whether or not they like them, etc. And I suppose this depends on where you come from and blah blah blah. But so just keep trying, because I just kept trying. There's no secret recipe or anything like that. I just kept putting videos out, just kind of keep my subscribers, talk to them, etc. So I can't really suggest. I mean, maybe get involved with other YouTubers as well. That's a really good way to sort of to get more publicity for yourself. It's all about marketing, but you don't want to spam people. Don't spam people. I've never done that. Don't do it. Don't spam people. Put your stuff out there and just keep trying. And that's all I did. And I'm not like 1,000 subscribers, big wow. No one cares about that. But like, at least it's sort of a sort of thumbs up, because I mean, at least 1,000. Well, it's now 1,130 people have said, yeah, I like your stuff. I'm going to keep watching it. So that's good. Moving on. Blood X Letters says, can't think of a single thing to ask. But congrats. I love your Skyrim videos, especially when lockpicking fails. That's every time. Or something happens and you say, oh, for goodness sake. Oh, for goodness sake. For goodness sake. You seriously brighten my day anytime. I go back and watch all the episodes. I can't tell you the amount of time I spent laughing when you had to lock a pick for the first time in a game. I was seriously rolling around and laughed at. Oh man, I can remember when I first came to do Skyrim. Okay, I remember the day, because Skyrim came out, and it came in the post, because I had pre-ordered it from Amazon. And when it came, I couldn't play it until later on in the day, and I was going mental. Anyway, I eventually started to play the game, and I just didn't know what I was doing, because if you watch my first sort of setup for Skyrim, it was blind. Skyrim's blind, as you probably know. Skyrim's completely blind. Maybe I should put that in the thing. Oh, I hate it when people put blind. It is blind. There. Anyway, so, but thank you. I hate lockpicking. I don't know what it is. There must be a knack or something. People have tried to tell me little tips and hints and things, and I've tried them, but they don't seem to work. Maybe I'm just crap. I just want to get all the perks so that lockpicking's nothing. Maybe I should have kept the skeleton key. Never mind. Cheese Rocks 99 says something again. P.S. I'm not a stalker. When people say I'm not a stalker, it always makes me think, why are they saying that? Okay, IOP 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Good old IOP. IOP. I got to say a big thanks to IOP because IOP was my very first proper sort of subscriber. Probably subscriber number 2, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But when I first started doing my Let's Plays, I'll read the thing out anyway, and then I'll talk a bit about IOP. Remember the day when you first started? I do. You've come a long way, and you're becoming one of the better LPers on here. Don't forget the days when you were just starting out. Those will help you remember where and how you came to be. So congrats on attaining level 1000, and here's to 1,000 more. Thank you. I always respect what IOP's got to say, because IOP was there. When I put my very first, and I think maybe this was one of the really big things that helped my channel, and this is what I was going to come to when I was talking about mentors. The support is more important to me than my sort of mentors and inspirations, because I think the support is my inspiration. And when I first started doing Let's Plays, IOP was there doing making comments and giving me thumbs up, and it really gave me a big confidence boost. And I don't know if I would have kept going if I didn't have at least some feedback. There was times when there was nobody commenting and nobody rating my videos, and I was getting like 14 views a time, and that in a week as well. But I think that's just the way it is for any YouTuber starting out doing something not popular. So I got to say a real big thanks. And I do remember, I always think about when I first started, and I sometimes go back to my very first Morrowind video and listen, and it's so much difference between then. I was so more hesitant, and I didn't really have a flow. I was just starting, so I had no experience. But I do remember, and I think about it. I think about it regularly. So, and I thank you a lot, because you probably is like one of the main reasons why I'm still doing it now. So everybody go thank them. Thank Mr. IOP. Go see him. Will you post a link to your Oblivion Let's Play, please? From Thop9. I would if I had any, but I don't, my friend. So I'm sorry about that. I went Morrowind to Skyrim and I skipped out on Oblivion. I might do Oblivion, but I'm not sure. I'll think about it. But I don't have a Let's Play of Oblivion. That's why you can't find it. The Bardinator, hello Mr. Bardinator, says, congrats mate, you deserve it. I hope you will get a load more subs. Thank you. True Sonic, good old True Sonic. Hello there. Congrats mate, keep making amazing vids and Let's Plays. True Sonic also makes Let's Plays. If you... And apparently he's a brony. What the hell's what's on this brony phenomena? Anyway, he did a Mega Man series, if you see. Go check him out. He's got a good style, and I watched his videos, so you should check him out. Because I think he's got plans to do more. He did say that he's got plans to do more, but he's a bit busy at the moment. But yeah, go check out True Sonic 23. And thank you very much for your comment. iJest says, I started watching when you began the Skyrim ones. Congrats. My question is whether you'd ever make a vlog or video where we see your face. Maybe. I don't know. I suppose this is sort of my... You're not outrightly making a request to see my face, but it's the first one I've had. I suppose it's a good sign, because I know that when YouTubers get a little bit bigger, people start to hound them for see their face. I'm not sort of particularly shy about my face. I suppose you would all like to see what I look like, really. I don't look like anything amazing. I can describe you. I'm 6 foot tall, and I've got glasses, cool glasses, not stupid glasses, cooler glasses, which I've had to wear since I was 4 years old, and I don't know. I'm slim. I used to be of an athletic build, but I'm not overweight or anything like that. But I'm not as athletically built as I once was when I was a little younger, not too much younger. But that's, well, it's not my lifestyle. My diet's very good. I'm always very conscious of my diet, and oh, for goodness sake. Maybe, yeah, eventually. I'm not, like I said, I'm not shy about my face, and I'll probably do something. I probably would have actually showed my face earlier, but I don't actually have a... I do have a camera, but it doesn't have a tripod, so I wouldn't be able to use it to record myself. But it's not actually... It's not a camcorder camera. It's just a camera, but it has like a record feature, but it's the ones that I use for my DOS box on Android videos. And you might be able to tell that it's not bad, but it's basically like a digital camera that just has a side function to do video. But so yeah, maybe probably is a bit eventually, and you'll get to see what I look like. Yeah, and our good friend again has asked something else. Wateririo, country I'm from. I'm from the UK, and. Wolf's Angel Eyes, hello there, my good friend, says, congratulations on your 1,000 subscribers. What a milestone. Q&A, but nothing personal, darn it. Here I was about to ask you what your favourite snack is besides blueberry muffins. Well, I'll answer that question. I don't really eat snacks. And the blueberry muffins is not something that I eat on a regular basis, although she's referring to my Blood Moon, very first Blood Moon video. You remembered. Yeah, I don't really eat snacks, to be honest. Going back to my sort of healthy thing, it's not like I force myself to not eat snacks. I just don't eat snacks. From time to time, I'll buy a chocolate bar, but I'm not brand loyal. I do like a Whisper bar made by Cadbury's. I don't know if you have them in other parts of the world. I also like double deckers, which are also made, I think, by the same company. Mars bars, I think, are fairly universal, and from time to time I'll have one of them. But when I say from time to time, I mean like once every few months. I might, if I'm in a shop and I think I fancy a chocolate bar. But generally, I don't eat snacks, and so I don't really have a favourite one. Sorry, it's not a very exciting answer to your question. I could think of a lot of questions. Most obvious, how long do you want to continue to do your Let's Plays? I think we've covered that just for as long as I possibly can. For as long as I enjoy it, it's probably a good answer, yes. For as long as I enjoy it, because I think if I get to the point where I don't enjoy it anymore, then it would be crap, really, wouldn't it? I'm just making these videos because I make these videos. Or perhaps a two-personal question, if your partner doesn't like you spending too much time on all your LPs, would you quit? Well, no, she doesn't. She doesn't mind. She thinks it's cute. She thinks it's cute. And she actively encourages me to do Let's Plays. She thinks it's great. A great little hobby, and it doesn't, to be honest, it doesn't take up like loads of time. What I've done is I've dedicated some time in a week, a few hours here and there, like, so 2 hours on a Tuesday generally, about 2 to 3 hours maybe on a Sunday, and that's all the time. And it fits in quite nicely with everything, and generally that's about 5 hours in a week that I spend doing this. It sounds, I don't know, does it sound a lot? It doesn't sound too much, really. So that's that, really. And that's how it happens. So So no, if at one point she decided that she didn't like me, I'd be shocked. I'd be completely shocked. If she said, "Don't do this anymore," because it's just not the sort of person she is. She just thinks it's cute, thinks it's good that I do something different. I suppose it's a bit different, and it's a little hobby that I've got. Although it's, I don't know, how much time do you spend on your hobbies? The other thing I must say is that I don't really play too many computer games outside of my Let's Plays, which you might find outstanding. I do play some outside. Like, I've got loads of games. I've been starting to play StarCraft 2, which I'm not great at it. I think I'm better than most people who start out, but only because I've watched so many StarCraft 2 videos, like hundreds. I watched hundreds. That I knew before I even played the game what you needed to do, and I know like build orders and techniques and things, so I already had that down. So I just needed the practice to actually physically, like, to do it personally myself. I have got a plan, actually. This is completely sort of unrelated, to do something like a RTS Tuesday sort of special, but all my plans are just always blown to pieces because I don't have the time to dedicate to do all these projects that I've got, like the YouTuber Spotlight, and I don't know if you even remember Game Walkthrough Review. I always want to do stuff, more stuff, better stuff, interesting stuff. But the only thing is that if I wanted to do that, I'd have to take time out of doing my Let's Play videos, which would be sad. Anyway, what's my favourite character in the game up to now, and why? If you're talking about Skyrim, because I think you might be... I don't know, my favourite character. I like Cicero. Lots of people hate him. I think he's funny. And why? Just because he's mad. He's completely insane. He's got the most personality, I think, as another thing. I like Babette as well in Skyrim. In Morrowind, the personalities don't come out so much, obviously because they don't have the voice actors. I don't really know. Who do I like in Morrowind? I suppose I make like little pets out of the players and characters rather than actually have sort of like an equal relationship. Not that you can have a real relationship with a computer game character, mind you. But that's, I don't know, for Morrowind I couldn't really put a finger on it. I like Dagoth even though I killed him, I like him. I don't know why. Probably it's because he's got this aura, and he's like a gentleman in a way. He's like a gentleman. Just one that wants to take over the world and kill you in the process. But that's why I like him. What else? Well, I don't really know. I don't rightly know. I suppose that's it, really. Yeah. I can't think of anything else. I can't think of any other characters in Morrowind. I like Legacy of Kain, and I like Raziel and Kain himself. Them two characters are very strong. I enjoy that. In Guild Wars, there's another game that I played a lot of. There's not really many characters. I like Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I used to like him a lot when I was younger. Sort of have a small sort of sentimental attachment to the little hedgehog, but not really anymore. I'm a grown man now, you see. But what else? I don't really know. I suppose that, I mean, if that's specifically talking about the games I've Let's Played, then that. In Stonekeep, I liked Scuzz. In I don't know, Legend of Grimrock, though I haven't read any characters or anything like that, and you probably just weren't speaking about that anyway, so that's not a problem. Have I Let's Played anything else? Probably. But thank you very much for your your videos, not videos, your responses. I really appreciate it. Just want to double check if I've got anything else. No. Okay then. So that's the Q&A done. Thank you for everybody who participated. Thank you to everybody who asked questions. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you to all 1,129 of you. I really appreciate it. Here's to many more. And when we come back, there'll be more of me. I hope. Let's hope it continues. I don't think anything bad to happen. One thing, let me raise this thing, is if I ever die, because death is always around the corner, and I always think, well, I don't always think, but I generally do think that if I did die at some point, how would you know? I suppose I'd stop uploading, that would be the first thing. I'd have to I'd have to put it in my will there, I'd have to put an update. Maybe I should pre-record a death video. Oh my word, that's morose. Ooh. Why did I talk about that? Goodness sake. Right. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. So when we come back, that's what I don't even know what we'll be doing. It's something else. I mean, I always talk about a series in relation to what we'll be doing when we come back. So, I'll be talking to you more. Probably, I want to get the YouTuber spotlight out. That's what I want to do. And I do like the idea of the RTS Tuesday as well. Because I tell you what I did. I've recorded some, me playing some RTS, some old school, June 2. But it's so painful to watch. It's awful. You can't do a proper Let's Play of June 2. It is just too slow. Recorded like about an hour's worth, and it's just no good for people to watch. I might upload, if you say that you, right, the thing is, I don't know how long I've been recording for, but probably an hour. But if you say to me that you want it up, I'll put it up under the banner of RTS Tuesday. I started to play it as if I was doing a Let's Play, but I'm not going to do a Let's Play of it, because it's just going to take too long. I'm not too bad at RTS. Depends on the RTS, because the different ones like Age of Empires is different to StarCraft 2, and Dune obviously 2 is the very first RTS, and it's quite strange and clunky and not greatly balanced. Pretty solid game, but anyway, that's by the by. Then I'll upload it. I think I'll upload it as one huge chunk of video. Anyway, so thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate your audience, and when we come back, we'll be doing something. So until then, stay safe, take care of yourself, and goodbye.